brave enough. I said I would be, and I am. And he took out his sword, his one little sword, ready to take on that whole army. I don't think there's any shortage in Peter's bravery. I don't think his words were tough words that he couldn't back up. He's, with one sword, he's ready to take on the whole army. Well, then what Jesus said? Put away your sword, Peter. Put away your sword. I don't need you to save me. What's he saying? Makes it real clear. If I wanted to be saved, I could do what? I could call 12 legions of angels. With just a whisper, there could be angels far outnumbering this big crowd. And I could be saved in a heartbeat. I didn't come to this moment to be saved. I came to this moment to die for the sins of mankind. Put away your sword, Peter. And Peter puts away his sword, but he does what? He doesn't say, I guess I have to go with Jesus' plan. He continues on. I've got to save Jesus. I said I would, and I have to. I don't know how. How do you save someone who doesn't want to be saved? Come on, Jesus, help me here. How can I save him? But I've got to save him. I said I would. And he's sitting in that courtyard trying to figure out how can I save Jesus. And one thing he wasn't going to do, one thing he did think would help would be to what? To turn himself over. To say, oh yeah, I'm a follower of that guy. I'm actually here trying to save him. Trying to figure out how. And so he denies he knows Jesus. And maybe that's even worse. Maybe that hurts Jesus even more. This one I spent 3 years pouring my life into. Teaching and teaching and teaching again. This one who walked on water because his faith had already started to grow in me. This one doesn't even want me to die. I came to die. I explained it to them. I told them not to worry. I told them I'd rise again. And this one who's so close to me, this one who's so close to me, doesn't even want me to fulfill God's plan for me, to die for the sin of mankind. And he's calling down curses on himself and says, I never knew him. And yet, as we come to our text here, Jesus doesn't even mention it. He doesn't bring up the past. Jesus says, Peter, we only have one issue. And that issue is not, why did you do what you did? Are you going to ask for forgiveness for what you did? Do you realize how badly you hurt me with what you did? That's not even mentioned. Not even mentioned. He says, we just have one issue now, and that's that now, do you love me? Do you love me? Are you ready to go forward? Do you love me? And Peter said what? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And Jesus asked again, do you love me? Yes, I do. Jesus asked again, I got to be sure, do you love me? And Peter's hurt. Jesus, how can you be asking me this? How can you be asking me this? You know all things. You know my heart. You know my deepest of hearts. You know that I love you. And Pastor made a very good point. One point he made is when we forgive, there's actually a common saying in the States. I don't know if it's made here in Asia or not. I don't think I've heard it in Indonesian. But to forgive is to, have you heard it? Is to forget. Have you heard that before? To forgive is to forget. And Pastor, and I fully support Pastor, challenge that. And say to forgive is not to forget. Right? If someone has wronged me, the chances are I'm going to remember this is the guy who wronged me, and I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. It's not to have amnesia and to forget. I believe Pastor used that word yesterday. But to forgive is to say, even though this person has wronged me, and I remember that, and I know that, and I'm taking that into account. I'm using that as I make my future decisions, but that's not going to affect the way that I accept this person today. I'm willing to put that behind us. I still remember it, but I'm willing to put that behind us. I'm willing not to count that against them. I'm willing not to bring that up against them the times that's appropriate not to bring it up. And so to forgive is not to forget. To forgive is to make that choice that says what he has done against me, what she has done against me, as wrong as it was, I'm not going to count that against him. And so Peter was even hurt. Why you asked me a third time? And as if Jesus said, I have to ask you. You just denied me just a few weeks ago, but I'm not counting that against you. But if we're going forward, if this is going to happen, if you're really going to be the one I want you to be, prepared for the future that I have for you, I need to be sure. And you need to be sure. You need to be sure that you really love me. So my question for us is, how can we forgive like this? How can we forgive like this? And the Bible is a very simple formula, but a very glorious formula. Simple to start to think about, but almost impossible to fully grasp. How does Jesus want us to forgive? We forgive because we have been forgiven. The Bible says over and over again, forgive as Christ has forgiven you. Maybe you're coming, I don't think we have time to put it up, but can you just come and just sing that simple song? Yeah. Just come and sing that simple song, and if you want to join in a little bit, you can, but we'll just sing this once. Colossians 3:13, a little children's song, but with a scripture that is just so powerful. Go ahead.
Bear with each other and forgive and forgive. Bear with each other and forgive and forgive. Forgive, 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 forgive whatever grievances you may have against one another. Forgive us, the Lord, forgive